Hello and welcome to Virtualize Everything. Today we're going to be looking at how to create a single ZFS pool here in Proxmox 8.4. Then we're going to look at how to add a second drive to that pool, essentially extending that pool in a RAID 0 array. We're not going to have any redundancy in this pool for backup, so if either one of the drives fail, we're going to lose all the data on the drive. But we will be able to add more storage to our Proxmox system with a second hard drive and take advantage of some of the other features available to us in ZFS. Here I have a fresh installation of Proxmox 8.4 in front of me, and it was originally installed with LVM. So we're going to want to initialize our disks, create a ZFS pool before we can extend this. This means that we will have a third hard drive showing here inside of our Proxmox system, but we will be able to use ZFS and show the process of how to extend it when we later purchase more drives. The first thing we're going to need to do is click on our data center node or PVE, and then we're going to select disks. Here at disks, you can notice we have our standard drives. We also have SDB and SDC. We're going to want to wipe both of them first. They should be wiped and clean, but it's important that we have no data on them for the rest of this process. So let's go ahead and wipe the drive and do the same for SDC. Now with both drives wiped and clean, we can take and start the process of creating our ZFS pool. This is pretty simple. We're going to select ZFS and we're going to hit create ZFS. We're going to give our pool a name and we're going to select which drive we want to use, taking note of the size so later on we can see that we did successfully add the second drive to it. So this drive is going to be 107.37 gigs. Let's go ahead and check it, and it's going to be SDB. Notice our RAID level is single drive, and we can't really select mirrored or any of these other options because we only have a single drive. We'll leave compression on. You can turn it off if you so choose, or choose one of the other options if you're familiar with the configuration of ZFS. With that, moving on, we're going to hit create, and this is going to create our ZFS pool and add it over here in the sidebar for storage devices. If we select this, we can notice it has a size of 103 gigs because we lose some storage to different record keeping features for ZFS. Here, if we select ZFS, you can also see that our size is 106.84. Now back up here at disk, you can see why we lost some of this data, and it's because it created an 8.39 meg partition when we created the ZFS pool. Now to add the ZFS pool, it would be really nice if we could do something like select storage and add it. Unfortunately, we're unable to do so. So what we're going to need to do is click shell. And once we have shell open, we're going to need to give a command of zpool add. Then we're going to enter the name of our storage pool. We remember we named ours storage, then another space, and the location to our new disk, which is going to be dev/SDC. Pressing enter, we get our command line that returns, and we can go ahead and close this window. Now back here at the web interface, we can press refresh under ZFS pools, and you notice our size has now changed to 234.61 gigs because we've added that second 120 gig hard drive. Clicking on disk, you can see that we've also initialized ZFS and done all the appropriate configuration for this to work. Now, even when we select our drive, you can see our space stored here has gone up. I hope you enjoyed this video and you're now able to add your drive to a ZFS array. As always, have a good night and consider liking, sharing, and subscribing to help Virtualize Everything grow.